probably just mention is before we go into any other business and opening the floor, two things that are very important that I wanted to mention at the end. One is that the strategic master plan that went out for virtual consultation will be coming back out for consultation.
Can you share the agenda again? I think
So,
oh, it's off.
yeah, so he's got it. Yeah, he's got it. Is that that will be coming back out for consultation on the 18th of October. There will be some PR and some press coverage of that for people to start understanding when that's going to start and when that's going to happen. And then the other important thing is that that our community development team are currently working on a master plan of our own, as Denise mentioned, the locality funding that we gained. Between the three focus groups, we are implementing a number of the policies that are in the plan into a master plan of our own that will visualize what we're talking about. The one thing I have always been a true believer of is that a picture tells 1,000 words. And when you visualize it in a way that had been visualized previously when we did the university work that a lot of you would have seen in our AGM we held in the village, and subsequently after that with the work we did with Peter. Peter joined us again, as Denise alluded to, and has been putting together a wide-reaching master plan, a set of master plan work to really look at what we do in the future and how that binds everything together. And we're going to be sharing that with everybody. We're going to be sharing that with all of you for comment. We're also going to be doing the collaboration work with the DevCo and the stakeholders to really demonstrate that we believe there is a plan that we can bring forward that could very much be a blueprint for the future of future housing, future energy, that really does bind the three sites together that Richard has responsibility for. So having said that, I'd like to open that up to any other business, David, and open it to the floor.
Yes, okay, thanks, Rich. Yeah, again, we'd asked for any other business to be notified in advance, and nothing has come through. But we have at least one question that we can attempt to answer now. Again, it's another question from Graham, which is along the lines of regarding land ownership in our area. Park Church is a significant landowner and have had their land holding up for sale for a while. Do you have any news on whether the land has been sold yet, and if so, who to?
Great question, Graham. Fantastic question. I would have expected that one. We don't have any update from them at all. We know that there were a number of people that have been courting them, shall we say it that way. I think unfortunately, or fortunately, whichever way we look at it, that the pandemic probably got in the way of a lot of that work. And I would expect some of that to kick back in now. I think there's a number of people that would be interested. You can probably guess the people that would have interest in that. But we will keep the membership up to date with anything that we hear in relation to that. And we have got some communication that we want to re-establish with Heart Church themselves as well. And for anybody who's not really aware, that's the southern portion of the land to the west of Stapleford Lane, both on the rail side and also on the barracks side, which is currently owned by Heart Church. And that was bequeathed to Heart Church in an agreement many years ago. So they do own a significant portion of the land, along with Nottinghamshire County Council and a couple of other stakeholders as well. So we will keep you all informed of that. And thanks very much for the question, Graham.
Great, and hopefully we've done our best to answer that, but it's obviously we don't have a direct answer at the moment to the question. There aren't any other questions that have come through. There's still a few minutes if anybody wants to type something in, we can attempt to do that. Otherwise, if things occur afterwards, by all means use the contact us page on the website, and we'll do our best to provide an answer. And we generally try to not just reply to the person individually, but where it's not a personal question, we will put it up on our Q&A answer page so that everybody can see what's being asked and how we responded. So I think in the absence of any further questions coming through, we can bring the meeting to a close. You guys haven't got anything else you want to say?
My request of everybody is if each of you can get 5 new people who haven't got involved in this process today to come along digitally and join us as part of the forum. And if each one of those people can attract 5 more people to join, and that's young and old, we want there to be as many people involved in this process as is physically and digitally possible. Because the one thing we don't want to happen, which generally does happen with development, is the first time people really kick off is when they see the bulldozers come in. The problem we have with that is that when the bulldozers come in, it's generally too late. We genuinely have a fantastic opportunity to influence the future of our community. Our community, your community, everybody's. Richard, I think, alludes to, even though they're going to be a corporate organisation, they want local involvement. They want it to have an influence from the community. They want to get on with development rather than arguing about development. And if we're involved in that process from day one, as we have been, and as we can continue to be, then the more of us that are involved in that, the better situation we end up with in the end, and the more collaborative approach that we have. So my only request of you at this AGM, being the type of AGM we have because of the situation we've been in, would be just to say, please go and get us a few more members individually that will come and join us digitally and get involved in this process as we move forward. But I do